happening, Facebook? Good to see you guys. Sorry we're getting started a little late tonight. I feel weird that this is away from my face. I'm here with fucking Jake Draper, man.
That's my real first name. Fucking Jake Draper.
Fucking Jake Draper. We're excited to have him on here. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. Our faces look beautiful on here. Do you see this? So as we go through here, my man Rob's gonna clean it up a little bit. But I'm excited to be back, guys. I miss your faces.
Look at how pale I look next to you.
You look real pale next to me. Yeah.
You're all enhanced.
Yeah, but I'm excited to be back, guys. I was gone on vacation. My wife and I were gone. We were out of the country for a little bit, and we had a blast. Did you miss me at the gym?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's all we talked about the whole time.
No one missed me. I had hernia surgery. I'm actually super excited. Our hernia, well, most of you guys know that I missed the podcast from it, but I get to start back at the gym tomorrow, and I'm pumped about that.
Yeah.
You should be pumped. Dude, you should have missed me at the gym.
Yeah, it's all we've talked about.
I make you push yourself so much harder.
I actually canceled all the classes. We didn't do anything while you were gone.
Good.
Yeah.
Makes me feel good. We're going to start on week 6, guys, when we come back. I'm just joking. So, the cool thing about Jake is most of you guys that do or don't know Jake, man, Jake's got an awesome facility. Tell us about your gym, buddy.
Oh, yeah. What all do you need to know? I mean, jeez.
What's the name of it?
Valhalla Strength. It's,
I always fuck it up. I always say Valhalla.
You can say however you want. You can
How do you pronounce it?
Valhalla.
Valhalla. And what does it mean?
It's basically Viking heaven. It's like when you're a warrior and you die, and then you go to the Valkyries come and take you to their version of heaven. Basically, I mean that's kind of simplifying it.
That's kind of deep.
I guess. It's not that deep.
How'd you come up with the name?
I like Vikings. That about covers it.
Yeah.
Like Vikings are cool and got the Viking heritage. So I was like, all right, Vikings it is.
And what's tight is we joke. I joke with Jake Draper when I put him on here. I told him he's kind of like the mad scientist of working out, and I've seen some people give you shit actually from other gyms. I mean, like your workout styles or whatever.
Yeah.
But what's awesome about it is he comes up with some crazy shit. We've had a tremendous amount of success at the gym. This isn't going to be a giant plug for his gym, but it's awesome.
That's totally cool.
It's amazing. We have a lot of fun there, and there's a lot of success, and so you've had a ton of success at the gym, but also we have a 10-week program going right now.
Yeah, 1 week 9.
You're not supposed to drink. I failed week 1.
I mean, yeah, not everybody can do it. Working out's not for everybody. It's all right.
But how'd you come up with it? You got crazy shit. I think I made it through 6 weeks, and I don't think I did one workout twice.
Yeah. God, I don't even know how I came up with it, to be honest. I took some time away, too. I went to Florida in November, and I needed that. I needed some time away from the world, I guess. And so while I was gone, I just kind of, I don't even know. I think it just came to my sleep. I was like, I have an idea for a really fun program. And then I was like, but I need to get a bunch of people to do it or it wouldn't be fun. So that's why I offered it where it was. Oh, and then I saw a meme there. Everything is based on memes. I saw a meme that said, oh, you should make people pay for not going to the gym. And I was like, okay. So I did it. And the meme was supposed to be funny, but I took it dead serious. I was like, I'm going to do that. So I did it, and a bunch of people jumped on it, and there we are.
Right, and so we had a pretty amazing class, which was nice. We killed it. Sean Riddick, we had him on a couple weeks ago. He lost, 80 pounds?
75
pounds?
now, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I see pictures of him from, last year.
I didn't notice it until I saw a picture.
Oh, yeah.
He looks crazy.
You see a photo, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. So, what do you got planned next? Our 10 weeks is about over? What's going on next?
I've got another one planned for the springtime. Pretty much March till May, so like a 2-month window of trying to... I have more of a health-based approach to the next one. The last one, I'm not going to lie, was pretty focused on weight loss. That's what most people were.
I wish I didn't miss some of them. That would have been nice.
I wish I had missed some of them because I'm tired. But the next one's going to be a little more focused on health. And, obviously weight loss is a byproduct of it if you do it the right way. But for the most part, that's more the focus is health. And generally, it's the summertime is on its way, and I feel like people are like, hey, man, I want to sit on the beach like you did. And so I'm getting them ready for that.
I did sit on the beach.
Be comfortable in your own very charred skin.
Yeah, it was actually... I look really good next to you. Your phone looks better than mine, but I look really good next to you.
Yeah, you're just... Well, and then the white shirt, too. Like, you got a contrast going on with that.
I got a good one going on. I'm just giving you a hard time. So, guys, what we do on here, if you're on here watching, I appreciate you guys getting on here. We are having a little bit of pixelation. Not a big deal, though. Make sure you like and share the page. Let people know, Jake being on here is awesome for me because I fucking love Jake. He got me pumped to get back in the gym, and that wasn't easy to do because I'm lazy. I haven't been to the gym in years. And so to have him on is awesome. He also has an amazing story. But what we do is, it's not just about the motivation aspect. Like, yeah, we want to bring you motivation, but a lot of times what we see is that people are going to try to pitch you shit while they're trying to motivate you, their sales system, their book, their whatever. We're not trying to do that, guys. We're just having a little bit of fun. I'm having a drink.
Yeah.
Jake's not. That's just kind
of... That would look real bad.
Do you love America, Jay?
Oh, God, who is that? Is that Mikey Zero? I knew it was Mikey Zero.
Do you love America? What is that?
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, I do. There's a long story behind that. We're making.
I think if the answer was no, that'd be bad, though.
That's Mikey Zero is he's on the Finster Morning Show.
All right.
And him and I went out on the road for a morning Cherry Fest 2 years ago. It might have been even 3 years ago. It's been a while. And we went around asking everybody if they loved America because that was a good way to approach somebody because they're not going to say no to that. They're like, oh, I'll answer your questions, I guess. Because if you go up to somebody like, hey, do you want to play a game? They're like, no. So you open with that. And everybody was like, oh, I can't say no. It's Cherry Fest. Of course I'll say yes. So that was how we disarmed people.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good disarmer, though.
Yeah.
I like it.
It got really annoying to hear it over and over again.
So, are you from the area? You were born and raised here, grew up here?
Yeah.
Here is Cadillac, for those of you
who
ever
are
around
in the area, so a little south of here, in the trees a little ways. But
Did you know April then, before I married her?
Yeah, you were friends with. You're friends with Kimmy now, my little sister. I don't know if you were friends then or not.
I wouldn't even. If she was my friend as well, I wouldn't tell anybody.
I was hesitant to refer to her as my little sister. That little blonde girl, you know her, right?
I was talking about April.
Oh.
Anyways, so you're young. How young are you?
29.
Oh, you're older than me.
Am I? I don't know.
I'm 28.
No, shit.
You're 29? I thought you were like 27, 26.
I'll be 30 in...
You're old as fuck.
I'll be 30 in like a month.
You hear that, Jamie Hinckley? 30 is old as fuck.
That's right.
Just so you know.
It is. I've got 1 foot in the grave already.
Oh, what Jamie put on here? You can read it. I'm not reading it.
No.
You gotta scroll up. I missed it. It was a couple bad.
Oh. I won't name the gyms that complained about it. It was basically that my approach isn't a strict bodybuilding approach.
It's not. It beats the fucking dog shit out of it.
I mean, because I don't really adhere to a single modality. I have different modalities throughout. You've done it. We had strength, and then we'll do hypertrophy.
My favorite thing.
So I don't stick with one exact modality because honestly, it's boring. I mean, honestly, that's where it ends. I have severe ADHD, so I would change things as we go along, and some people, that's, if you don't do it like I do it, you're doing it wrong.
I could barely make it through the first 21, was it 21 minutes that we did?
The first one we ever did? Yeah, you did the 21-minute workout.
I barely made it.
Yeah.
Barely made it. I almost puked.
I think you were talking about your legs for 4 or 5 days.
And then the last one I did before getting hurt with the hernia, because of that fucking rope.
Yeah.
Did anybody else climb it?
Yeah, lots of people. It's just still hanging there. We'll just keep climbing it, so I just leave it.
I was the second person to climb it. I'm gonna fucking taking that, but it fucked me up.
Yeah,
it took me out. So, but
it wasn't required. He just felt like climbing his fucking rope, and he went and did it. And then he came back down. And he's like, "What? I kind of feel like that hurt me a little bit." I was like, "Hey, man."
I had surgery 3 days later.
Yeah.
So, but what I was getting at is I did that 9-minute or that 21-minute workout. It was the very last workout I did.
Yeah.
And I beasted it.
Yeah.
I wanted to do I could have done so much more.
We did that same workout. I mean, yeah, we did it just last week, and we had a few new people do it, and one of them almost puked.
Yeah.
He was hanging in there with PK. Is he on there? Maybe, I don't know. I'm not gonna look. But yeah, he was real close. He hung in there though, and he finished the whole workout. But that one's a nasty bitch. I'm not gonna lie. That one's.
What is it? It's called.
It's called the Berserker. The Berserker Complex.
What? There's a form though. There's a guy that made it. You told me.
Oh, that's the 12-minute one, the Tabata.
Oh, Tabata.
Yeah, I didn't make that workout up. I mean, you can. I can explain
That was a good
Tabata.
one.
Yeah, see, Tabata is, you can look it up. It was designed in Japan in like 1996, and it's literally 20 seconds of going really hard and then 10 seconds of catching your breath. And you can plug in anything you want. You could do just squats. So squat for 20 seconds and then take a break for 10, 20, 10. But I made 8 different movements. So you do 4 minutes of 8 different movements. And that one's pretty rough. Like,
I loved it.
That was how we opened the 10-week challenge. I made everybody do that for 4 minutes. And on day 1, they were all just laying on the floor. It was like a war zone. And I was like, man, that's awesome. And then we did it again 5 weeks later, and all of them were like, "Can we?" They got done with 4 minutes. Like, let's do more. And I was like,
"Yeah,
all right, guys."
That's how it goes. How long have you had the gym? All of it, the whole thing.
I started in 2016, so March 12th, 2016. We're coming up
2 years.
Yep, we're coming up on 2 years here in a couple weeks. Actually, I opened on my own birthday. March 12th. Yeah. Yes.
And
30th fucking birthday.
What made you want to open a gym here in Cadillac?
I wanted to for a long time, but it's one of those things where I had a job and it was pretty stable, and it's hard to decide you want to leave stability for instability. Like gyms don't make a lot of money. You got to be really good at it.
You got to be passionate about it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta do it.
And so I decided, I'd been wanting to do that. I would say for 6 or 7 years, it's been something I had on my mind, and then I got hurt in 2015, which I know you've got that as a thing that we'll talk about later on.
We're gonna touch on that.
And I was done working, and I was like, man, this is a good time to do something else with my life. So, I started working, and through a lot of really dumb luck, I ended up getting started in 2016. And as with any business, there's a lot of growing pains. And then last year we moved to a pretty big location, and since then it's been, that was when I had to make or break it, and now we're making it finally. So it took a lot of grinds.
Yeah, business isn't easy, man. Business isn't easy. So that's something we're gonna touch on. Tell me about. So you're like, obviously, I talk about a lot. Work 9 to 5 on your job, and then work 5 to 9 on your goals and your dreams.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how Jake rocked this. Jake works a full-time job every day of the week to provide for his family, on top of owning the gym that's growing successful and more successful.
With any luck, I don't have to do it much longer, but that's yeah. So that's what I do is I work. The full-time job is, that's my money that pays all my stuff, and then the gym pays for itself and all of its upgrades. So that's how I have it set up right now, and I'm gonna start mingling those two together soon.
And I'll tell you guys, for some of you guys that are watching, the gym is crazy. So like I went to Anytime Fitness. Anytime Fitness is a good gym, nice gym. I'm not downing on them, but like one thing I didn't really care for is that I'm a yeller. I'm a screamer, baby. I get loud. And especially when I'm trying to lift like what I think is a lot of weight, I get loud.
Yeah.
I like the huff and puff. And so when I was at Anytime Fitness, I got in a little bit of trouble. I thought like, where can I go to another gym? And everybody's like, go to Valhalla. Like I heard that like 15, 20 times, and I'm like, man, I don't know. They're on the other side of town. And then even when I talked to you a little bit about it, I kind of, like, I'd talk to you about it, and I wouldn't sign up. And I'd talk to you about it, and I wouldn't sign up.
Yeah, and I'm so used to that.
Yeah.
That's the normal, like, all right, the 10th time I talk to you, I'll see you after that.
Right.
So that's usually my
I made it before 10.
Yeah, I think it was like 6 or 7.
Yeah, it was like
you
6
got in
or
there.
7, but I got
some
in there.
shit done.
No, we got in there, we got it done. But what I'm telling you guys is it's like, it's insane, right? We have a lot of fun. It's loud. It's a fucking gym. Like, if you go to Anytime Fitness, again, nothing against Anytime Fitness. They're a great gym. I love them. They let me do my Dancing with the Stars practice there. But it's the exact opposite of that gym, and I fucking love it.
Yeah,
It's 100% the opposite, and I love it.
Yeah, if I get one of those ideas, like I'll get an idea in my head, and I'm like, I'm going to do this, and then I do it. So this springtime, I had an idea for.
I saw the bus pulls.
Yeah, we did the bus pulls. Yeah, that was over the summertime. We actually harnessed. We took a harness and chained ourselves to a school bus and pulled it down the alley. We're gonna do that again this year. I'm really excited.
I'm excited about that too.
But I did. I had this idea because I had a friend send me the world's biggest Bluetooth speaker, and this thing is like an 80-pound monster, and I was like, I want that. So I went out and I bought this damn speaker, and that's what's in there. It's loud. So that's like, that's the first loud thing. But actually, I don't know if you've ever read them. I've got a set of rules. And one of the set of rules is if you don't yell, you're being a bitch. Like, get it out. So, yeah, we do a lot of screaming. I'm all about that. I'm like, yeah, like, if you don't scream, then fuck are you even doing?
I never did a deadlift before either.
You never done a deadlift?
No.
So you just started lifting?
I never did a deadlift and I never did a squat ever before coming into Valhalla. Not one time.
Wow.
I was all about upper body.
Yeah. See,
I did chest and arms every day and shoulders that's it, and back.
See, we rotate. You know, I do.
And he won't tell you either. I hate that. I'll be like,
"Well, I do it on purpose."
Yeah,
I know
what
we
are you
got
doing
those
tomorrow?
people. Like,
They'll be like, oh, we're gonna do something fucking crazy. I'll go in there in the morning like jacked up because I like to get jacked up and I get excited, like to listen to some Skrillex as loud as it will go. And he goes, oh, we're doing legs today. I'm like, I wouldn't even fucking care in this place.
Oh, I knew you would.
No, but
you're
it's
not the
fun.
only one. So
No,
I was gonna say, what are we doing? Something cool. And then the next day, I'm like, legs, and you're like, fuck, I'm suddenly ill. I'm stricken ill.
I'm stricken ill. I'm not gonna make it. So, with lifting being your passion, man, tell me about what you had to go through and what happened with your arm.
Oh man, yeah. So actually, I was working at my old job. We worked construction, and I was tearing apart a loft. And one of the boards was loose on it. It was about 12 feet up, and one of the boards was loose, and I stepped on it and went through it. So it snapped this bone in half, like it folded over. And I remember going to the doctor, and they had me all hopped up on painkillers. And there's a story there too. Some of the nurses, they still know me, and they're like, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, because I was out there. But, so coming back, the bone didn't grow straight. It kind of grew off to the side like this.
Yeah.
So when I put stress on it, it re-broke itself. So I ended up having to get surgery.
It did re-break itself?
Oh, yeah. I broke the arm twice. I remember I walked into the hospital. There was no nerves. It was just dead. So I walked in the hospital like this. I'm like, my arm's broken. And I was totally calm. They're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's broken. So they ended up throwing me in surgery like a week later. I have a plate, a 9-inch plate and 9 screws holding this arm together. So yeah, the recovery from that, we're on year 3 now, and I'm nowhere near back to where I was.
Well, see, and that's what I was just going to say. Jake might tell you that he's nowhere near back, but dude, he's a beast in the
It hurts. I'm going to tell you that. Like, it's a daily pain, It's like, there are some days I wake up and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do this today. And then
I imagine, man, you ridicule yourself. Like, we talk about grinding. Dude, I work a lot. I talk about making time in a lot of these videos, right? And finding, getting out of excuses and making time. And so I woke up every morning, and I was to the gym by 5:30 every morning. And Jake's there every morning, then I'm there. And then I go to work, and then you go to your job. And then when I'm done with work, I go home to my fucking kids. And we have Tuesdays,
I bring my kid with me.
Right. But then on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock, you're back at the gym.
Yeah.
Dude, that's grinding, man. That's grinding. And they have Saturday classes. They have Sunday classes. Like, people that tell you that there's not enough hours in the day, you don't know how to manage your time.
Yeah, and a lot of people, how do you stay motivated? I'm not motivated at all. I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to because I have to.
Here's a big one. There's a lot of days that I get up, and I don't know shit. There's a lot of days that I get up, and I know that there's other people that's going to be at the gym, and I have to go to the gym because those other people are going to be there.
Oh, yeah. See, and with me, it's I know that they're all there, so whether I'm motivated or not, I'll get in, and then they're going to motivate me.
You're obligated. You're obligated.
And that's part of it, too. You when I made the system of if you don't show up, then you pay, people felt more obligated. They were like, oh, I don't want to give him money, so I'm going to go, so... some very, very few people.
Did you have people that had to pay?
Very few. Out of the 60 who signed up, maybe 4. So
and how was that? You had 60 that signed up for this 10-week program, and how was do you still have 60 now?
Yeah. Well, it started off at 50, and I added 10 at 5 weeks.
I remember.
So yeah, we're pretty close to 60 still. I would say we're pretty...
You're on week 9 now? This is week 9?
Week 9 starts... Yeah, this is week 9, so next week's week 10. Yep.
I left week 5 because that's when you added those people.
All right. Yeah, so we got a few new people that weren't in there when you left.
They're gonna learn.
But yeah,
they're gonna learn.
Yeah, they're having fun.
They're gonna learn tomorrow.
They had some tire flips and.
I'm gonna go in and lift 20-pound dumbbells and yell real loud when I do it.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I'm excited about.
So high reps.
Here, I want to talk about something that I mentioned earlier. So there was a time with your gym. When I don't know the whole story, but when you were down by Subway, and you were there for what 6 months, 7 months?
Yeah, something like that.
And then the gym moved to.
We moved just down the road to it used to be a Napa Auto Parts store.
That's what I thought, a Napa Auto Parts store.
Yeah, and that was quite a bit. It was about 1,000 square feet bigger than where we were.
Right.
And that was, when we moved to that bigger facility, that was a situation that it used to be a partnership. I used to own it with somebody else, and they had a lot of personal problems there, so we were like, hey, this is for the best for us to move. And then we rented the Napa store, And it was really cool because it was a big, it was really updated and everything like that. So it was really cool. But then, you probably know this too, but renting is a lot more expensive than buying something.
Yeah, it is.
And so, I had to make that choice. All of our money was going towards keeping this building going because it's expensive.
Yeah.
And I had the choice last year to either say I'm done or I'm going to actually throw myself 100% into this. And obviously, I threw myself into it, and we're buying the old bread store, the old Hostess bread store, and it was not a gym when you walked in.
No, it wasn't.
I remember day one, one of the members walked in, and he's like, "What are you doing? Like, how is this going to work?" I was like, "Man, you gotta see it like I see it." So, it took a lot of money and a lot of time to rebuild that, and it's still not all the way done. There's always something to upgrade, and we've been grinding through it and getting it. Now it looks like a gym, and it sounds like a gym, that's for sure. But it was a long process to get it here, that's for sure.
Well, that's what I wanted to hit on, is that a lot of people out there, I talk about this in a little bit of video that Rob and I did the other day, but now we have so many younger people, and not even just millennials, but like people that are our age, 27, 28, 29, that are so used to getting instant gratification, right? You can Google something on your phone, and as soon as you Google it, you have an answer. Or you can order something on Prime, and you get it the very next day. Like, we have an instant gratification system now, and that's because technology is moving. What I'm getting at is a lot of people in business want the same thing. They want to start a business, and I run into this shit all the time with all the business startups we do. They want to start a business, and they want that business to be profitable within the first 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, no.
And you laugh. See, I laugh about it all the time.
Yeah.
And if you guys grind and bust your ass, it might happen. I'm not going to say it's not. Dark Side Studios, they did amazing. Right?
Yeah.
They made money right away. But they're the only company that I have, and you owning the gym, it took a while.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
They're the only company I have that started making money right away. But what happens is people say, I want to do this, I want to commit to this. They do it. It doesn't work out in their favor for 3 to 6 months or a year or even 2 or 3. And they say, I'm done with it. And guys, that's not how business works at all. Like, Jake, you've been open 2 years next month.
Yeah.
You had 3 moves. That sucked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
It's rough.
At some point, was there a time where you like, maybe I don't want to do this
definitely.
anymore?
Almost to the day, about a year ago, that's when we were talking about moving. And I had to make up my mind, do I want to do this move? And I told myself, I'm not doing another one, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go 100%, or I'm done. And I had to make that, that decision. And, it is a mindset thing. Some people can do it, and some people can't. It's not like just anybody can just be in business, because it's fucking terrible. There are days when you're not going to sleep for, oh man, I got that and that and that, and you don't, especially when you've got, another job, you're like, I don't have any time to get any of this done. So yeah, it's stressful.
Yeah, your wife got me like a honey to-do list at home.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
When is that going to get done?
Yeah, it's the best way to put it.
Go ahead.
Is if you're somebody if you were a kid and you wanted a dog, you wanted a puppy for Christmas, there are 2 kinds of people. If you go downstairs on Christmas Day and there's a pile of dog shit underneath that tree and you're just like, man, there's dog shit, and you're upset about that, that's one kind. The other kind of person is somebody who sees that and they're like, that means there's a dog somewhere. That means I got a fucking dog somewhere. There's a potential dog. So you have to be very optimistic.
I like
when something
that.
goes to hell, you're like, I gotta look at it in a positive light, So when things go bad, you're like, all right, how can I spin this to make it work better for me?
Well, that's it. You gotta be optimistic, glass half full kind of thing. Because a lot of times in life, life's gonna throw you curveballs, right? I say that life is 20% of what happens to you and 80% of the way you react to it. And you might not always react the right way.
No,
but you gotta learn from the times that you don't. So here's another one. I know lifting's your passion, but you could do that pretty much anywhere if you wanted to. What during that time of moving the last one, when you were like pretty much done, what kept you going? Was there like something that like you just?
A lot of it was when we first opened. There was a lot. Like I said, I was in a partnership, and it's really hard. You probably know this. If you have a vision for something and they have a vision for something, and then you can't make it go exactly your way. Well, I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to get it there. Right. And after a year of being in business, I was like, I kind of know what I want to do and how to do it. So now I've got a game plan that maybe I didn't have a year ago. So when we moved, I was like, I'm going to do this my own way. And you know, and I had the vision. And when I walked into the building, everybody else saw, you know, fucking dilapidated shithole, and I was like, I can make this work. You know, just give me some time. And so yeah, you know, I remember one night I was up. I was in there staining boards and painting at 2 a.m. still, and I'd been there all day. And my girlfriend texted me, she's like, "Are you ever coming home?" She's like 9 months pregnant, and I'm like, "Yeah, I probably should just in case, right?" So.
Well, that happens, you know what I mean? You gotta. I think that's awesome, man. That you push through and you don't let little shit get you down. You know, that's a big deal. Too many people give up when the getting gets going.
Oh yeah, you know if everybody just was, I mean, look at a guy like Elon Musk. He's like my hero.
I like Elon Musk. Yeah.
Oh man, I love him. But there was some guy, some young kid that asked him for advice one time. He's like, "So what do you have for advice for somebody who wants to go into business?" And he's like, "Don't." That's all he had to say. He's like, and I didn't understand it. And then like 5 years later, he's like, "Now I understand. That was awful."
Yeah.
And you know, he was like, "Yeah, you're not gonna." He's like, "If you go into it with the wrong mindset," he's like, "if there's even a doubt, just don't do it." He's like, you know.
I agree. I think about, you know, S&R, Outdoor Services. I was talking to James the other day, and I said, "Man, you got the best gig in the whole thing. You're an hourly employee, right? And do you think owning a company makes money, man? Some days it does, and some days it doesn't."
Oh yeah, I mean, some days you'll take a pretty big hit, and you know, something like an electric bill suddenly being tripled, which that happened to like everybody. And I'm like, fuck.
Did you go up?
Oh yeah, ours went way up, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So now, you know, luckily I had heard it was going to happen, so I was somewhat prepared. But I was like,
you had a listen. You had an in on the electric bill.
Oh, everybody was talking about it, so I was like, that's gonna happen to me, and lo and behold, got my bill.
Yeah, your bill in the sky high. I got
it. It didn't blow my mind like it blew other people's mind. That's for sure.
I was pissed, dude. My house bill went up. All my businesses, their bills went up. And I got a bunch of them. That sucked, dude.
Yeah, suddenly you're going from 200 to 600 or whatever a month. It's terrible. So
here's a question for you: inside fitness, outside fitness, in life in general, why do you think is the biggest reason people just give up?
Well, like we just touched on, when things get hard. I mean, people don't like stepping out of their comfort zone. That's something I've learned to push people into being uncomfortable. Because if you can't get uncomfortable, you're never going to see a result in general.
I agree.
Business and life, and you know, especially with fitness, it's people who don't know what the hell to do. You know, they're kind of lost. I mean, I don't know how many people walked in.
What'd you say earlier?
Which one?
I said, why do people give up? He goes, they're pussies.
Oh, that was the other reason. There's also, yes, being a pussy. That doesn't help any. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, it is like, you know, they don't have the... People always think, oh, motivation. I need motivation. Motivation's bullshit. I mean, you know, I'm not motivated when I wake up. I'm like, I'm going to do it anyways. You know,
the whole show's on motivation. It says Ryan Kelly motivation. He goes, motivation.
Nah, motivation is bullshit.
Motivation's bullshit.
Motivation, I look at it like this. Motivation is like a spark. Right. And then, you know, you have to use that to catch on fire. And once the fire's going, you just keep going with it. But the motivation, like what you want to do is get people to take the first step. Yeah. And after that, it's like, all right, it's on you now. You know, so that's what I do.
There's a lot
of so motivating. I'm like, not really. I'm just telling you to take one step, and then from there, fuck, it's all on you.
Right. There was mornings where I'd wake up and I'd like hope it snowed so I didn't have to go to the gym. And I'd look outside and it didn't snow.
Got a quarter of an inch.
And so I'd like go to put my stuff in the car and I'd be like, maybe it won't start. And just turn the key and the fire's right up.
Yeah, you're coming up with an excuse.
Yeah. There's been 4 or 5 mornings that I've tried to talk myself out of it all the way to the door to the gym. Like, you could go home right now. But then when you get there and you get your blood pumping.
That's what I said. You know, you got to step in.
Except what Amy Satterley, is that how do you say her last name? Satterley. She plays the worst fucking music of that gym.
Oh, she's
every time she plays music in that gym, I want to shoot myself.
Yeah, that's
Bruno Mars. How do you lift the Bruno Mars?
You know, nobody plays country though. Thank God.
Thank you.
Don't play country. Starts.
Yeah, don't.
How many people are in my classes?
Don't play country at the gym.
Yeah, no, I listen to. Yeah, you've been in there. Listen to some pretty aggressive stuff, and I mean, it just depends on my mood for the day. You know, sometimes it's like rap, sometimes it's straight up death metal. You know, it just depends on how I feel in the morning. So mornings are usually death metal, afternoons are usually rap, because that's how my day goes.
So what's your goal? You're grinding it out right now. You're working full time at FedEx, and you've been doing that for a little while.
Yeah, about a year.
And the gym's growing.
Yeah.
Which is exciting.
Yeah.
It's actually starting to get busy in there. Like, there was a couple days that it was almost hard to do our stuff.
Yeah, some of the classes have gotten really big.
That's good.
Yeah, and, you know, I would like to add more so that they're smaller classes, maybe 10 people instead of 30,
Right.
but just have more of them.
What's the plan for the gym? What's the plan for the future with work, with the gym, with?
Oh, in general, the idea is, I would like the gym to pay my bills too. That would be great. But I've pretty much got the entire next year mapped out. I'm gonna change it as we go, but I mean, I've got a lot of outdoor stuff. This summer, I'm so sick of winter, and after going to Florida in November, now you know how it is too. You came back here, you're like, fuck, I gotta be inside all the time.
I leave for Vegas next week.
Oh, see, yeah, you're gonna go out there and be like, man, this weather is so much better. So I'm sick of it. So as soon as we hit 60, my door, I've got the big roll-up doors. Those are going open, and we're gonna be outside pretty much all summer. And I'll drag the bench out there, and we'll just do it all in the parking lot. Because I'm ready to do more outside stuff. That's a big thing. Lots of vitamin D.
So working with a bunch of different people, you work with all sorts of fucking different people as far as the gym goes. I think, maybe I'm wrong, you tell me if I'm wrong, but I think one of the hardest things for somebody to do is for, me, I'm kind of out of shape, right? And I can get back in shape pretty quick. But what about somebody that's really out of shape, that's scared to start going to the gym? What do you tell those people?
I do have quite a few people who start off being, that 4-minute workout, they couldn't get through it.
Yeah.
It's like 2 minutes and they're done. And that's, they get to a point within 5 weeks where they were doing it and asking for the next part of it. So, it especially when you first start off, the success, the rate of getting better is so fast. We've got a guy that he didn't weigh himself, but he lost 6 inches on his waist in 6 weeks. That's a lot.
6 inches is a ton.
Yeah, think about it. If you've got a 30-inch waist going to a 24-inch waist, that's tiny. But
I haven't been at 24 in so long. Or 24 is crazy.
Well, since I was born.
I was going to say like 30. I haven't even been at 34 in so long.
Yeah. So imagine dropping down to a 28 in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
That's what because there it is. When you start off, the progress is rapid. And
then you plateau.
Yeah, and then you plateau.
It's hard.
And that's when you need somebody to kind of, like I said, push you into that discomfort.
Yeah, fuck you, Abby. Kind of out of shape. I see that shit. I'll punch you in the nose.
And she said it and I didn't have to. No, that first week, man, he was, I can't walk, I can't move. And then week 2, you were like, man, I feel good now. And then week 3, you were like, can we do more? Like, I think week 5, we do a deload week where we take it down. And you messaged me like, don't deload. I want to go hard. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I wanted to do more. I was getting, I don't know. I need some. I need to get pushed, dude. I need to get it. So we'll get back. We'll get like 3-4 weeks back into this. Now that I come back.
Oh, it comes back fast.
Tomorrow's core day.
Yes.
I'll be in there in the morning. I don't know how much core I'm gonna do.
Yeah, because
I'm scared for my hernia right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest doing the core day. That probably wouldn't feel very good. Next day is all pulls, so you'd be all right there.
Pulls. But I'll do pushes tomorrow. Though.
Probably no.
But no, Thursdays. I'm always like, man.
Yeah.
Always in Grand Rapids for Thursdays. I'm excited to get back in the gym though. I'm pumped. Rob, you gonna start going to the gym?
Yeah, I need to cancel my Anytime Fitness.
You know how long I had a gym membership for 3 years. I had a gym membership for 3 years. Paid every single month. Never went a day.
Yeah, I'm 7 months and I've went 2 days.
Yeah, you need those kind of people at your gym.
Yeah, the people who don't show up.
But pay every month like clockwork.
Bernie DeRuiter, is he on here?
Yeah, I saw him jump on earlier.
We got him too, yeah, actually.
Meeker,
but see, I don't know, because I'm not there during the daytime, so I didn't know if you weren't coming or not. PK's there all the time.
All the time.
PK's there at least once a day now, so
Nice.
you should have signed up with him for the classes.
The classes were dope, dude.
He's getting it. He's getting it.
Next round, it was either that or open a business, I guess.
In my throat before. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stop, or else I'm gonna puke all over the place right now. So that one's claimed a couple people.
Here's something cool. I'm gonna jump off something here. I read a book right now. It's called Millionaire Success Habits, and I just realized this. Like Jake is like living proof of this. He talks about having like an insane amount of drive and a lot of motivation or determination to do it. And he said, really, that wasn't the case. A lot of people said, man, you're like, go, go, go. You grind harder than a motherfucker. He goes, I have ADHD so bad I can't not grind.
Yeah.
And you just reminded me of that.
Oh,
Don't take offense to that.
No, it's yeah. Other people notice it when I don't, but yeah, it's for sure. Like
he's always doing something.
It's ADHD, the hyper deficit. So it's either I am doing something with my time or I get giddy.
Right.
When I used to do yoga now and then, which really I did. And there's one pose, it's called Savasana. It's where you lay down and you just have to chill. and that was the only one I couldn't do because they were like, oh, don't move at all, and I'm like,
Yeah, right.
like suddenly I've developed Tourette's, and I'm like, fuck. So yeah,
Talk about
not really good at that one.
in that book, Millionaire Success Habits. They talk about how having ADHD is one of the greatest gifts as far as like having drive. It's cool. There's a whole chapter on it, and it goes into depth that I'm not going to go on now. But it is good because you think about a kid having a ton of energy, right?
Oh yeah,
a ton of energy, and you're like, man, if I had that energy, I'd be so successful. Or if I had that energy, I would sleep like a baby, or whatever you might say to yourself. But like some of what they talk about in this book is like adults having this, like they have the same tendencies as what the 8-year-old kid has. They just go or run, and sometimes it's perceived as you're too hyper, or you need pills to calm down, or it's the way you construct it, the way that your people teach you that allows you to excel. And I'm not running your ADHD in the ground, but I think that's really important, and it's something I wanted to touch on before, and I just never.
Yeah, there's a balance you have to find because you're all over the place. You'll make a list of here's a list of 30 things I want to get done, and then you'll start doing them, and you've done 30 other things that weren't even on the list. You're like, shit, I really need to like get on this one thing. So that's the one thing I had to really learn was. I gotta fucking stick with this because I'm never gonna, I have 30 unfinished projects sitting around, so I need to actually get on one. So putting myself on like, 6 a.m. and 7 p.m. classes, that made it so I had to be on a set schedule every day, and that really helped. So yeah, you just have to learn to adapt to having, because it is a lot. I mean, everybody that has ever spent any time with me is like, man, it's too much. Like, I need you to slow down.
I love it because I can relate to how busy you are because we're, you know what I mean, we stay slammed all the time. I make Rob follow me around with a camera right now, and a lot of times I can't even catch him because we're all over the place.
Yeah.
And it makes it exciting. So I tell you what, man, I appreciate you having you on tonight. I got something that I want to touch on. So for anybody out there that's been kicking the idea back and forth about getting in the gym and whether you're in shape, whether they're in shape or whether they're really heavy set and want to lose weight, like. And they're on the fence. What do you tell those people? You have an amazing program at the gym. You have a tremendous amount of success at your gym, and you're offering phenomenal like entries all the time.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Especially I've got another program that I'm starting March 1st. It'll probably would be that Monday after March 1st, whichever day that ends up being. But yeah, I do train people from people who are already in really good shape and just want to like learn something new to people who are walking in hundreds of pounds, like literally hundreds of pounds overweight, and I work with all of them, and I don't think I've had, I don't know how many people day one would say, man, you got me hooked, like right away, because it's not normal,
No, it sucks.
Yeah, I'm not making you get on a treadmill and run. I'm also not saying, oh, hey, we're just going to do curls until we pass out, which sometimes we do that, but not for the most part. So I don't do it like everybody else does because
workouts I never even thought in a million years about doing.
People try, so-and-so told me to do this, and that's what the classic bodybuilding split is you're going to do your triceps and your biceps and this and this and this, and I don't do fuck all that. I'm going to do it this way, and so people jump on it, and it's more fun for them, so they stick with it. And that's another ADHD thing is it's like, if I get bored, then I have to think of something new. So that's why you haven't done the same workout twice yet.
So I think that's exciting. So people that are out there that are contemplating going to a gym or looking for a gym, here's something that I can say as somebody that was, I'll be dead honest with you, with the moving around, I was like skeptical. I even asked you, I said, if I sign up, like I'm worried that you're going to move again.
Yeah, no.
And you're like, no, I'm not. And so as somebody that was a little bit skeptical about going to the gym, dude, the gym it's the best gym I've ever been to. If you're looking for something that's absolutely different, absolutely crazy, and not traditional workouts, right? Not traditional, chest and arms and shoulders. Dude, this is the place to do it. This is like, you can from 18 to 80, what do they say? My dad used to tell me, 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy, fat, skinny, or tall, blank, blank, blank. I'm leaving that part out. But you can get in shape at this gym. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, and that's, I actually just saw somebody asking about like the self-consciousness, and like, it's just like I was just saying a little bit ago, the motivation is just the get in there and get started. That fear of being self-conscious or being like, oh man, I can't do this, that goes away the moment you start. You start off in the same place as everybody else has started off. And you got guys like Sean in there. Sean is the most motivating person you'll ever meet in your whole life. I mean, he tells you like, you could do this, you could do this, you could fucking do this, and you're like, I guess I can, So, and he does it to himself. Just this morning, he he had like 20 pounds to a lift, and he was just screaming that he could do it, and fucking he did it. So
He did it. Charles Birch is giving us shit on here. He said, "Do you even squat, bro?"
No.
I told him earlier. He goes, "How much you squatting now?" And I was like, "I honestly don't know." Jake. So Jake is a beast at squats.
I have to be.
You're a beast at squats.
I had.
He goes so low, as like his balls touch the ground. I'm not even joking.
Well, after I broke my arm, I had to get. That's all I could do. So I had to learn.
And he makes me do it, which is even worse.
Yeah, it's
like, I
really-
have to get so low to the ground. What's that one? You put it low, and I had to get under it and work my way under
Yeah.
it. And I'm being dead honest. My ass was dragging on the ground. And then you have to push up with weight on it. And man, that was.
We just
terrible.
did those yesterday. Everybody was
I'm
complaining
so
about it.
glad I missed it because it was terrible.
Yeah, I don't know what you even call that. I made it up. So yeah, it's where we actually rack the weight where at the depth that I want you to go to, and everybody has to get underneath it and start from the bottom and squat it
Yeah.
up.
So Charles, man, if you think that I know you like lifting. If you think you like lifting, and you want to try something new, you come get your dick kicked in over at Valhalla.
Charles
And,
was a wussy.
Yeah, April says you're a wussy, Charles. So all right, guys. Well, I tell you what, I appreciate Jake. I appreciate having you on, man. And we'll have to get you on here again too as we continue to grow. And I like getting people on here that are in the middle of success. I think Jake is a prime example of being in the middle of success, and not only being in the middle of success, but also we're gonna keep having questions coming in. We're never gonna stop. But when you achieve it, like when you have 5 gyms open and you're not working
that'd be
anywhere,
awesome.
ain't that gonna be tight?
Yeah, I'll have so much free time.
What did Abby say? What is she on here?
First time I ever walked into a gym, I think I weighed like 135 pounds because I was a long distance runner before I was a lifter. And it was actually after I got hurt, I was really self conscious because I have a gnarly scar. I had like 12-inch scar in the back of my arm. So I was really self conscious as all my body was sitting like this. And honestly, I just said, if I want to get back into shape, I got to do it. So, I was really self conscious of it for quite a while, but you get over it.
You do get over it, and there's a point where you're so sick of like the worst thing I ever looked at is myself naked in the mirror every morning when I was getting ready for work, and I got so sick of that fucking image.
That is burnt into my head. That's why I just hey there.
I got so sick of that image that I didn't even care. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't care if I lift the least amount on everybody. I don't care how I look in a cutoff. I don't care nothing, dude. I got to get back in the gym. We were in Vegas in June, and I'm pleasantly plump over here. I took my shirt off and I'm walking around. I felt like the fattest motherfucker in Vegas. I did, dude. I did. Oh, I bet. Shut up, Abby. Hey, where's Charles at? Charles, Abby, you guys had a weird bonding moment today. You want to talk about that on here? Oh, I'm going to get punched now. All right, guys. Well, I tell you what, we are going to get going. Jake, I appreciate having you on, man, and we'll get you back on here. If you guys are thinking about trying something new, make sure you like and share the podcast. But if you guys are thinking about trying something new, I can't tell you enough to try to get into Valhalla if you guys are local. Try it out. He's got a free program going on there right now. Fuck off, she says. I knew she'd like that one. But he's got a pretty amazing program going right now, and it's different than anything you've ever done before. Pilates, the normal gym, like it's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different. Yeah, I know it is because I've never done most of it either. Some mornings I'll just be like, all right, we're making this up, and we do it. So
if you guys think you can't do it, man, you can achieve anything you want in life. Sean Riddick's a prime example of that.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's lost 75 pounds in his gym. When Sean was on here before, you heard Sean talk about it. So get in there. There's no excuses, guys. Right? If with opportunities like this, with people like this in our community, with gyms doing the things that they're doing in our community, your excuses will fall on deaf ears because we got a phenomenal fucking team around there that will support you, whether you're the biggest person in the gym, the slowest person in the gym. Everybody's around you motivating. And if you got kids, there's always kids in there.
God, there's so many kids in there all the time.
See, it's a family atmosphere.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, Jake, thanks for coming on, buddy. Have a great night, guys. God bless. We'll see you next Tuesday.